No.
Big Beach.
We're here.
I'm at Alexis.
It's different this time.
What's up, guys?
Go.
What's up, guys? Welcome back again to Terry and Trey. But as you will see, Terry is still not here. I have two adopted sons who I watched the entire game with. I have Ben here with us, and I have Luke here with us. So entertaining to watch the game with you guys. But let's talk about this score, which even though it says 109-116, I think we know it was a very different looking game from that end score, right?
Sure.
So, I'm going to introduce Luke, and Luke, tell me, what are your thoughts about tonight's game?
Well, first off, my Instagram account it's York Knicks Life. Please go and follow me. I have my own channel of my own. My thoughts about the game is, I think that KD and them, like they just, that was just, so the players on the Nets and that, there was nobody in, but the Knicks just didn't show up. They weren't making their shots like they have been doing the last 4 games and that, and this has to change now. But but we saw a good competitive fight back at the end, so that's good.
Kind of there at the end. Ben, how do you feel about this? Because Ben had something going on towards the end. I have to tell you guys about what Ben had going on at the end. So
well, I feel like the Nets kind of felt they felt very high about this game, especially knowing that they just got James Harden from a trade. They're all probably happy and like excited to start playing with him. And they went into it with like a very positive attitude, coming in like, oh, well, let's go beat these guys and let's show them like what we got.
Right.
Especially with KD, his first time facing the Knicks, he wanted to like put a statement down.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to mess with him, and he did tonight. He definitely did. But the Knicks played well. Just we need a shooter on the team, someone who could shoot the ball consistently. I know Kevin Knox can shoot the ball, but we need a shooter who could shoot the ball consistently.
Right. So let's talk about that real quick then. So, who is scoring for this team? To me, I feel like we have, outside of Julius Randle, who I think is giving us consistent points every night, right? I mean, tonight he had 30 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and he is giving us those types of numbers every night consistently. But outside of him, who else on the team is scoring? Like,
Not really anyone.
Who to look to?
No, I mean, RJ hasn't been making his shots. Kevin Knox, sadly, maybe, I don't know. Emmanuel Quickley has like one good game in a while, but lately with all these floaters that he's putting up, I don't like them at all. I think they're very inconsistent and a waste of a shot when you could look for open teammates. When
Right.
you go down to the basket, two people will come into you, like to try and guard you. So there will always be another guy open.
Right.
I feel like RJ tonight played well. He definitely was one of the guys who they could look to score when they needed him to score, at least in the second half. Before the second half, like going into the second half, I think he had like 2 points.
Right.
But he ended the game off really well.
The thing with RJ, his shots look good. Like, they look like they're going to go in each time. It seems like he has the whole trajectory correct, but then they just don't go in the basket. And I feel like he needs to just get in the gym and spend like a solid week just scoring, shooting and scoring and shooting and scoring, because practice makes perfect, right? Clyde made a statement in the game before, and he said the NBA is not a place to learn how to shoot. And I could not agree with him more. To make it to the NBA, you have to be able to shoot. You got to be able to put the ball in the basket. That's kind of the name of the game, right? So how are you here on this level, playing in this elite,
especially being drafted so high with the overall pick in the draft,
and you're not scoring? It's not good. It's just really, really not good. You spoke about Emmanuel Quickley, and his points actually look pretty decent. I don't know how many minutes he ended up playing. Ben, you can probably tell me. I know you got the stats right there in front of you, but he still ended up with 19 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and he is still a rookie, and he's still learning the game, and he's, like you said, loving these floaters, but they're not always going in.
Not always dropping it. Quickly did play, in fact, 22 minutes tonight,
Okay, so 22 minutes, 19 points is actually pretty decent, right?
Pretty good ratio.
Yep. Luke, what did you feel about Emmanuel Quickly tonight?
I think that Quickly, he's going to have his off nights. We all need to understand he's a rookie, but he dropped 19 points, and that's definitely something. And he definitely will be something in this league if he keeps on playing like this.
I definitely think so. To me, he has the right attitude. He has the right work ethic. He brings energy to the team. Once he's on the court, whether he's scoring or not, he still brings a nice amount of energy to the game. And I think he steps up the game for the guys.
Especially Mitchell Robinson tonight. He showed improvement, but also Kevin Knox. Yeah, we can talk about Kevin Knox first.
We can jump back to Mitchell Robinson, but Kevin Knox, yes. So I spoke in the last in our last show about Kevin Knox being that 3-point guy for us consistently. And he hasn't quite got there yet, but I think that he will. I really think that
tonight he played better, shooting 66% from the three in 24 minutes. It's pretty good.
I think
so. Three three-pointers though.
Yeah.
He needs to put more three-pointers if he wants to be our three-pointer shooter.
Yeah.
But his three-pointers won't cut it.
Right. And you actually want him to be that guy. He's just not there just yet, right, Luke? He's not quite there.
He's not just there yet, but I don't know. I've been critical of Kevin Knox in the past, and I'm not the biggest fan of him. I've been very critical, but I'll give him respect where it's due. He definitely has been okay this season.
All right. Ben, you just spoke about Mitchell. So Mitchell, I have to say, has made a huge improvement. He had 2 fouls for the whole night. So that's fantastic because we're accustomed to him getting out, right? 12 rebounds.
Playing 33 minutes and only having 2 fouls.
Yeah.
I think DeAndre Jordan, who's a very physical center.
Mm-hmm.
It's impressive seeing him maintain himself with composure tonight. Very impressive.
Yeah, he seems to almost have grown up a little bit from the beginning of the season, which is 11 games only, and I think that Tom Thibodeau and the coaches have really been able to get in his ear and sort of got him to change his attitude, not attitude like that, but his attitude to playing the game. And I think that's why he's not getting into foul trouble. And I think that I think he's going to be good for us. I still want him on the team. I don't want him traded. I still think that he's a Knick, and I want to see him succeed here with us. Luke, what do you think about Mitch's game tonight?
I think that Mitch played good, but he definitely can be in lots of foul trouble, and he still hasn't unleashed that jumper that they always post about, and he's like all that.
Mm-hmm. Now, as a team, we all know that Tom Thibodeau loves defense, right? That's he's the coach known for that. How did you feel about the defense tonight?
We couldn't stop them at all, actually.
Yeah,
having
KD
put up 26 points. Bruce Brown putting up 15 points on us. Landry Shamet putting up 15 points. Reggie Perry putting up 15 points. And Timothy Luanu Cabarro putting up 15 points. These are players who putting up 13 points, my bad. But these are players who are not putting up these points on a regular daily basis.
Right. So these are players that we don't even really know their names. We're not really that familiar with their names.
And with the boards, a shooting guard, Bruce Brown, having 14 rebounds, the most on their team. As a shooting guard, he's out-rebounding Mitchell Robinson, which is very sad.
Yeah. Yeah, so not good for us. We're not playing defense. We allowed them to score. We allowed them to play all over us. And like you said, I think they came in on a high after the Harden trade, after their win last night. So they definitely came in with that energy.
Oh yeah.
To the Garden, to our court, and won this game. We had a little strategy. I have to just mention this real quick because we had a little strategy. Ben came up with this strategy towards the end of the game. We decided we watched the game on Zoom, right? The entire game. That we were not going to watch the game, and he was just going to read out. We're going to go through the draft of years prior, and see who we should have drafted instead. And as Ben started to do that, we started to score, and that's why the score doesn't look so bad. So Ben, what made you come up with this idea for us to just?
It's always been the back of my mind. I always do this sort of. I just always get down on the players because I feel like when the when someone gets down on the players, they have more to prove. So talking about negative about them, like saying, "Oh, we could have drafted him over them," typically saying, "Oh, they were a waste of a draft pick," but they would love to prove that wrong, which is what I want to see out of all them. Which I think helped them, even though obviously they didn't hear me like saying it. But I feel like that lets them. Also, I'd like to talk about like what Luke thinks about like the Taj Gibson curse.
Yes. Luke did say that there was a Taj Gibson curse. Luke, tell us about it.
All Taj Gibson at the end of the day, but I think there might be a curse. I'm sorry if you're watching this, RJ Gibson. I'm sorry.
I think as Knicks fans, we're always sort of looking. Unfortunately, we're always kind of looking for an excuse as to why certain things are happening for us, right? And to be honest, I think we need to kind of be over that. We need to be over the James Dolan curse, over whatever, the cold envelope curse. Or well, that was not a curse. That was, I guess, a blessing in disguise. But I think really what this is about. This is about the team getting better, playing, scoring, developing, and we have no superstar on the team. We just don't. I'm looking at the Nets that have now 3 superstars on their team, and we have not one person on our team that's like our guy, like our go-to person. Right now, it's Julius Randle, and don't get me wrong, Randle is playing right now the best basketball of his career, right? So he is doing that. Are we keeping him? Is he getting traded? Are we letting him play this way so that we have trade value in him? Is he going to stay with us? I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know that we do need to start winning some games. And the way that we win games, I know they say defense wins games. Scoring also wins games. The ball,
especially in these times.
In the basket.
Also,
offense wins
the Knicks.
Well, defense wins championships.
Okay,
that's the long-term goal.
Right.
Offense wins games, and that's what we need right now.
Especially if the Knicks, like if they come in with an 8th seed, 9th seed, that's okay. We don't need to make the playoffs this year. We just got to show some improvement.
Yep.
And that's what we are looking for. Because we don't want to be tanking anymore. Like us fans, we're done with the tanking. We're done to all that. Like the picks don't even matter. I'm pretty sure that the Pelicans were projected like the 7th or 6th pick.
Right.
And they got the first pick. Like it shows, like even though we're like they're projected not as high, like there's still a chance they can get first. And Devin Booker, Tyler Hero, we're the 13th pick in the draft in years of in the past, and they have been
Kawhi Leonard. What was he? Wasn't he like 15th pick in the draft?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and they've been superstars.
Right.
Nikola Jokic was in the second round, like the 41st pick.
Right. So when it comes to the draft, how I feel about the draft, I hate the whole tanking mentality because that means you have to lose to get a high pick.
And no one wants to lose.
For me, I feel like it's not about getting a high pick, but it's actually about picking the right player for your team. What does your team need? Our team needs someone to shoot and to score the basket. We have a game on Friday against the Cleveland Cavaliers, which we should be winning, right? It's a winnable game for us.
I mean, we're both 5-7, so it's going to come down to whoever plays the better offense, to be honest with you. But they're pretty – I mean, our defense is both of our defenses, so –
yeah. All right, guys. Well, I just want to say it was actually a pleasure. I didn't think I was going to stay on and watch the entire game with both of you, but I did, and it was fun to watch it with you guys. Us all in our respective living rooms or bedrooms watching the game. Whatever. Fun. We'll definitely do it again and maybe invite some more people. And, we're loyal Knicks fans. Here we are, looking for a win, hopefully against the Cavaliers on Friday. And, go Knicks.
Thank you so much for having me. In my Instagram, if anyone wants to follow, is _Ben Gans.
_Ben Gans, JNC?
Z, yeah.
All right, gotcha. Thank you, guys, for being on the show with me.
Thank you so much. It was
again, go Knicks, right?
Go Knicks.
Go Knicks.